I just need a supercut of just the weirdest and grossest things Jacob has said.
You hear that, audience?
I don't think you do need that.
Or just your weird, hard stances that you take in episodes.
I think it'd be fun to have them all condensed into one space, is all.
Yeah.
Instead of spread out over
for easy reference.
hours of content.
So that like any new subscriber coming to us can be like, what does Jacob stand for?
It's like, you don't want to know.
And then
And it starts off with nothing should live
nothing
underground.
should live underground. It's so good.
Are moles cute?
They're kind of cute, a little bit.
some moles, I'm sure.
Moles have those weird like mouths that open up
Yeah.
A starfish.
like
Do
horrible
all
hands.
moles have that?
I don't know. Maybe that's just those one moles. I don't like moles.
I've never seen a mole.
Nothing should be underground. That's going to be my take.
I think I'm thinking of groundhogs.
They're doing that thing that lizards do where they lick their eyeballs with their tongue.
I hate that thing. It's like just get eyelids if you need to moisten them. Have eyelids.
Some people aren't born with eyelids. Lizards don't got eyelids, right, Gina?
But then they shouldn't have eyes that need moisturizing.
All right, you got me there. That's a very good
Wow.
point.
That
It's
is
God's mistake.
an ignorant point of view, Regina.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Julia.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Karina.
And if there's one thing we all agree on here on Drawfee, it's that kids are terrible at art. Like an oboe. Like an oboe?
Like an oboe.
Like an oboe.
Oh, you figured it out.
I've given you too much information already, and I regret it. But it's just part of the thing. It's part of the deal. We got to do here.
What does an oboe look like?
It's like
I don't remember.
a clarinet for idiots.
Get at us, oboe players.
It
If
goes
you play
clear.
the oboe, please tell us in the comments below.
Your costume is great because you've just got a giant ball that you can hide all your candy in.
Cole, you can hide your candy in your abdomen.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna go
that's
right
true.
in your little thorax part. This whole back part's full of candy.
The thorax is the chest. The back part is the abdomen.
What? No way, dude. The abdomen's the chest. That's where the abs are. You idiot.
No.
Jacob's got you there, dude.
Who else wants to try?
Because if you don't know what Buddha hands look like, it's picture a lemon that has many lemon tentacles.
Yeah, instead of
Yeah.
becoming one lemon, it became many.
Yeah.
It's gross.
And they're
I don't see
wiggly.
why anything would grow that way.
Well, sometimes
Sometimes.
life of a lemon is hard.
Buddha hand doesn't have to answer to you, Jacob.
I just mean like most fruit grow into a nice like round pouch of deliciousness.
Yeah.
It's like we'll be round so we can hold in all the goodness in a nice shape. And this one's like, what if it was all fingers?
What if it was if it was all fingers?
It's like I don't want to eat that. What good are you?
Well, no, it was red and blue.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it
that's right,
was
that's right.
Charizard and
Yeah.
and Blastoise. But then they finally came out with Leaf Green in America.
Yeah.
And Ivysaur or Venusaur rather finally got their chance.
I always thought it was because Bulbasaur sucks shit and is an embarrassment.
Oh,
And that was why
you
Bulbasaur wasn't on
unbelievable.
any of the covers. I mean, I could be wrong there, but I thought that was the reason. The gums make the one middle tooth so much worse.
Yeah.
Now it is horrifying.
This is what teeth look like, right?
No, you don't just have one middle tooth. You're not Tom Cruise with his weird teeth that are in the wrong spot.
coming for Tom Cruise in 2019.
He does have a weird middle tooth.
Someone else draw theirs.
Yeah, that's me. I mean, listen, maybe kissing's the last thing on his mind. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Maybe he wants to get to the biz, Nathan. You know what I mean?
He don't.
I don't know.
He don't
What?
know.
Waluigi fucks, dude.
James Spader.
James
Does he dig a lot
Spader,
of stuff?
Does he wear a stupid hat and make me not want to watch Blacklist?
He sometimes wears a stupid hat. I don't know. He doesn't
What's
really.
up with him and hats?
I don't make my television watching decisions based on the hats people are wearing.
Well,
There's something
that's-
about that hat.
That's the difference between you and I.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I also will never watch the show Peaky Blinders
Oh.
because it's called Peaky Blinders, and I think that at some point you have to say like, we have to stop. You can't name a show Peaky Blinders. I choose to believe math doesn't exist.
Wide Hank. Math doesn't exist in general,
I don't think
or
so.
the math.
I don't think that math exists.
Oh.
It's all just made up.
Don't get the flat earthers in here.
Who came up with numbers even? Who
The
pointed like
Greeks.
who was like looking and saw like a rock and they were like, that's 1. That one's 1. And then they saw 2 rocks and they're like, that one's 2. It's nonsense. Because it's a grim reminder of the ancestry they would rather forget.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to,
That's dark.
yeah, they're trying to move away from that.
That's why when I see chimpanzees, I go batshit insane. And I scream, "You're not me."
Can't take Jacob to the zoo.
No.
Yeah, not allowed. Banned.
They think they're me.
He yells at all the ground dwelling creatures that they can't be in there.
Yeah. You shouldn't be there.
You're wrong.
It's like at this point, evolve into a person or like give up.
Yeah, because people are doing great.
You don't need to, sometimes beauty happens. You don't need to overwork it. You just need to let it exist.
You could finish the tail on the flying one.
You could do that.
You could do that if you want. Yeah.
Thank you.
There.
Does he need a beak?
No.
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 D-
Get that out.
what?
Get that out. This is what I just said about overworking it.
Yeah. No. This
You're
is
thinking, get that out.
What is this?
Get that out. I will lose my mind if you add one more thing to this creature.
This is perfect.
This is perfect.
This is a perfect drawing.
You have to stop.
There's a reason that we just say fear of
Yeah.
blank as opposed to
Because it sucks to say this.
Who comes up with these phobias?
Scientists.
Nice.
That's why we're anti-science
Okay,
here.
in
on Draw.
2019, we're coming out as anti most states and scientists.
Did you know that Muppets is short for man puppets?
It's not.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that because it's not true.
You can prove it.
It's a cross between a marionette and a puppet.
That doesn't make any sense. They're puppets that you treat like men.
They have rights.
I love the Muppets.
They have rights. Muppet rights. Did you know that all chipmunks have racism?
That's made up. Against squirrels. They're super racist
Yeah.
against squirrels.
All chipmunks have they spread racism like a disease
Is that why it's
if you
so
let a chipmunk bite you.
That's terrible.
Yeah, chipmunks are horrible.
I know weevils are just sort of like lumpuses. That's what I
They're
recall.
sad, fat clowns, according to Nathan.
They're sort of these sort of lumpuses.
They're God's sad, fat clowns.
I don't think he's sad. I think he's like relaxed.
He looks sad. I've said this a lot of times, and I'm going to say it again now. Mayonnaise is food lube.
Mayonnaise is food lube.
I
And if
hate
you
it.
put the mayonnaise on the food to lube the food so that it slides down the tube. That's why you do it.
Look on Julia's face. This looks like a camel. Like, kind of.
I mean, what is a dragon if not a camel?
Uh-huh.
What is a dragon if not a camel? Think about it.
Think about it.
No.
Think about it a little bit.
Those
So-
series of sugar cubes stacked on top of each other wasn't sexy enough.
Yeah, they're not sexy. I don't think anyone would call them sexy. But you know what animal can be sexy? A hyena.
Oh.
Oh.
And they're also kind of like the punk rock shit posters of the animal kingdom.
True.
If you need a new Wii U and you don't want to switch, all you have to do is go to eBay and buy a $800 Wii U because the sealed Wii Us are a lot of money now for some reason.
That's stupid. The Wii U is stupid. I'll fight anyone in the comments who says otherwise.
Is it Gohan? Because that's my favorite.
Are you gonna
That's
draw
no one's
Gohan?
favorite.
Gohan's my favorite.
False.
Okay, you're right.
Gohan grows up to be a big dumb nerd. Who
I
I
love
hate.
Big Dumb Nerd.
It makes you so angry. And then every time I've gone to a musical to see it, I'm like, this is the most beautiful experience I've ever had. And I'm like moved. And then whenever I hear a musical soundtrack out of context, I'm enraged. Those are like the only two.
The two
I have
ways.
no
There's
middle
no
ground.
neutral.
Jacob,
way
you
to
have such
experience-
interesting takes on things.
Yeah.
If God's ever been mad at anything I've said, he hasn't done shit about it. So he either doesn't care or he's a coward.